Good morning. It's Sunday the 24th. I always have to look because my brain my brain's like a hard drive, but it's defective. It needs reformatted because I can't remember 2 seconds. Sue's here. Say hi, Sue.
Good morning.
Good morning. The doggies are here. I think Cassie's laying on Sue and Abby's on the floor. Tammy says, "Wow, I'm here two days in a row. That's great." It's like Tammy is like right at it. It's good to see you come on board this morning. It's sunny. It's nice out today. It's a beautiful day. Hey Google, good morning.
Good morning, Lucky Dog. It is 8 a.m. Currently in DeLand it's 77 and sunny. Today, there will be scattered thunderstorms with a forecasted high of 90 and a low of 74. Tomorrow at 7 a.m., you have Take Out Trash. Have a great day.
See, yesterday it did kind of cloud up. We had some thunder, and I don't think it rained. If it did, it was very little bit. I think you said it was misting at one point, but it went around us. And we have rain every day. This time of year, we have rain, you know. And Ron's here. Good morning, Ron. How's things up your way? Is it sunny morning up there? It's like we're about always sunny every morning. You know, it builds up later on in the day, and it'll rain. Sometimes it'll rain here, and it can not rain here and rain a mile away, and
it rains in the neighbor's yard.
I've seen that. We have those security cameras. I've seen it in the front yard rain, and you look out in the back, and it's not raining. I mean, just across that's just the way Florida is. It's kind of fun to watch, though. You know, we've had some good thunders this year. I mean, the lightning. You get some of those ones. You know, they claim that Florida's the lightning capital, I don't know, the world or the country, but we get some of those ones. I mean, when they bang big times. And I've seen houses catch on fire, get hit by lightning. Oh, Ron says heading to Hilton Head this morning. It's 85 here, so Hilton Head. It's like, did I stop at Hilton Head? I don't remember if I did or not. You know. And he says we have had a lot of torrential downpours lately. Temperatures are great. I love a good storm. Yeah, I enjoy a good storm. I mean, I've never been afraid of lightning or nothing, you know. And
the only one here it bothers is our Sheltie, Abby. She doesn't like the thunder.
Yeah, our little Sheltie dog, she hates it. She'll go off barking and she never did like it. Cassie, little pool, doesn't bother her a bit, you know. She don't pay attention to it. But yeah, Abby gets all excited, bam, 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 and it's she just gets crazy about it. Yesterday, I think it was Friday, there was some girl missing. Where we live here, you go down the road just a short ways. Poor baby. Yeah. There's a big they call it Tiger Bay. It's all wooded area, woods and swamps and wildlife management area. Just right down the road, not very far from here. Ron said won't be on here tomorrow. Okay. We'll miss you. So anyways, there was some girl, we saw it in the news that there's some little roads that go way back in there, and some of them are pretty nasty, and I don't know, apparently she got back there, got stuck, and I guess the police were even talking to her on her cell phone. It died, but she's disappeared. They don't know where she's at. So yesterday morning when we went over to the flying field, we went down and I seen a cop was sitting at one of the roads there as the flashers gone, and I said, "Oh, I bet you that's them looking for that girl." And then on the way back, yeah, I think I did too. Go, Ron said, I went to Savannah one time. I came up to your place. So, anyways, we come back. There was cops. There's a forest ranger station down the road here, and they were all a bunch of cops, and they had emergency squad and all sitting there, you know. But then we saw a four-wheeler, and you said there was two of them.
There was a couple of cops out there on their four-wheeler.
And then they had dogs, you know, and probably searching. As yet they haven't found this girl. she was 30 years old. But
there's a little canal there, high water.
A lot of water along there.
They were walking along that area.
So I don't know.
She's been missing now for what, 3 days?
Well, yeah, since Friday is when she come missing, you know. And I even saw a post on Facebook this morning about, you know, her family was trying to find her. So anyway, that's weird. You know, you just like wonder where happened to somebody like that. You know, where did they go? Where are they at? You know.
It's wooded and swampy back there,
Yeah.
and her truck was in the water, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was mud. It got swamped down in the mud. That's why she left it, from what they were saying, you know. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's going on. Yeah, hope she makes it alive. Yeah, I do too, you know. So what are you doing? You going to Hilton Head for a trip or camping or something, Ron? It's like heading down that way. It's like Hilton Head, that's that place where they have golf. I did remember, Carolina. I did drive through that area. A lot of golf when I came back from Ron's house at one time. So yeah, I have been through Hilton Head and just drove through. So anyways, that's...
you have to go across a big causeway, don't you, to get out there, I think?
I believe so. It's been a while since I've been through there.
Is it a barrier island?
Probably.
I think. Is Hilton Head on a barrier island?
Yeah, I think
I've never been there, so.
It's but I know there's a lot of golfing there, and it's like, you know, I don't golf. So anyways, but I didn't say, I mean, I just basically drove through it on it. Hey, how many of you guys used to have CB radios? That was the original social network. I had CB. I was big into CBs. My handle was the Mustang. I had, in fact, I still have.
Hey,
I had a base. Oh, morning, John. Good to see John on. Yeah, I seen. I still have my base station. I had a big set of beams, and man, and you had a whole group of people. You would talk on the CB radio. I had CBs in my cars, and I actually still have. I have an old mobile out in my shed. I don't think it works. I have a really nice base station. It's up here in the attic. That was back in the 80s. I've always kept that radio, and it was a single sideband radio. So how many of you guys was on the CB, and what was your handle? You know, I said mine was the Mustang, because I had a Mustang car, that's why I called it, but they used to call me Muskie. It was my short name for my CB handle on it. So yeah, it's good to see John on again. Hey, I just saw that Canada has legalized marijuana now. It's like, man, you guys up in Canada, you got it going, yeah. Yeah, that's what I saw.
Oh, did you put it? That's why someone said the maple leaf looks like on the Canadian flag. It looks like a marijuana. It looks
like a marijuana plant, but man, you guys got it going up there. You know, I wish America would come back in the what century we're in? 20th century, 18th. I don't know what we're in, but it's just a weed. You know, what the heck? It cut down on crime. I think it cut down crime because you don't have to arrest these people anymore because it's not illegal. It's like. So Tanya says, my neighbors were the CB King and Queen in amateur radio out of Texas, and they had a huge tower on it. Oh, it'll be, John says it'll be legal in October. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to Canada in October. Not really. Yay for Canada. Yeah, you know, I still think Canada's got more going than we do, you know. I have a friend, where's Pierre live? Up in
Pierre, Montreal.
Montreal, Quebec. He comes down here and spends the winter, and I just think Canada's got it going. You know, it's like.
Well, there's social medicine. I'm sure John has.
Oh, he probably knows about it. Yeah.
The social medicine. Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, John?
Yeah, John said this is a pretty liberal country, very much live and live and let live attitude. Yeah, I mean, it's like. Yeah, I've got some Canadian friends, and they're good, cool people, you know. So, but yeah. Back to the CBs. Yeah, I had a huge tower. I had what they call moon rakers, and you could point at a rotor. You could point that around and concentrate your signal, and you could talk all over the place there. On so CB back in the 80s was a big deal on it. Yeah, John says Montreal is such an amazing city, and Tammy says they've always have been a few steps ahead of us. Yeah, I believe so. I think Canada's got their shit together, you know. So It says, I've had stents in my heart in 2015, all free. Yeah, it did not cost a penny. I never had insurance until this year, my entire life. I couldn't afford it. And finally, I do have insurance. I haven't used it. I don't trust our system. They say it won't cost me nothing, is what they tell me. But I don't trust them to go because I'm sure they're going to send me a bill. You know, that's what they do here. John says, USA is also an amazing country. All politics aside. I mean, the United States is a good country, you know. It's not a perfect country. I suppose no country is a perfect country, you know. So, but yeah, I just think at least their health care is, I think it's good, you know. I mean, I've only been...
Yeah, healthcare sucks in the U.S.
It does. It's horrible. Most horrible...
It's a joke.
It is. It's a big joke. I've never used it. I mean, I have never been to the hospital in my entire life, and I can remember 3 times seeing a doctor in my entire life, and all 3 times was a joke, you know. So it's like I don't use the healthcare system, you know. And my goal is to leave this world and never see more in a doctor than I have like 2 or 3 times, you know. I don't know if that'll work, but that's my goal, you know. And never be in the hospital, so we'll see how that works out for me. I don't know if it'll work or not, you know. So anyways, yeah, we have some good friends in Canada. The another thing was, remember the old Sears catalog? I don't think we talked about this before. Maybe we did. But you remember the big catalogs from Sears in the 60s? You get this real thick catalog, and you could order stuff out of that. You know, online ordering is nothing new, because you could order that stuff online, and I think sometimes you could order and pick it up at Sears. But this has been going on, like I said, 60s. And then the big deal as a kid, the Christmas catalog, the Sears Christmas catalog. That was the Bible of Christmas. Yeah. You would go through that and decided, what do I want for Christmas? And so you would tear through that catalog, and you would pick out, you know, I want this, I want this. Didn't always get it. In fact, rarely got it. but that was your Bible. That's what you look for your Christmas things, you know. So, but they don't have catalogs. I guess the catalogs now are online. You can go online and, you know, buy things on it. And he says, yes, people used it for toilet paper. Yeah. That's true. And you could order it out of it. That's true. Yeah. You know, it's like you could. Ron said he had 3 heart surgeries. My last one was $300,000. Cost him $1,000. You know, so that's not bad. $1,000. I would probably do it because I don't have $1,000, so it wouldn't do me any good. It's like you have to bypass the bypass. John says all teenager boys used to go to straight to the bra section. Yeah, you did. The ladies' underwear section. Yeah. That was the Playboy of our time. You know, that's what you'd look at. So you could go to the bra and underwear section there and ogle the models in the pictures. John was a typical boy, like I was and Ron was. That is pretty good. I like that. I really like that a lot. So, but yeah, things haven't changed, you know. Hey, boys are perverts. I mean, we were born that way. I mean, we can't help it. It's just in us, you know. We don't mean to be that way. So yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, that picture came out pretty good. I enjoyed that comment. So anyways...
yeah, the kids, even when my kids were young, the Sears catalog would come, they'd sit there and circle what they wanted for Christmas, and pretty soon everything was circled. And it would come like in August, yeah. An innocent era, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, John says, a more innocent era. I miss the mystery. Yeah, it was a more innocent area back then, you know. As kids, I think we were more innocent, you know. It was pretty cool. Just things that kids encounter today is nothing like we just didn't do things, you know. Whole new world. It was a completely different world today than what it was back then. You know, back in the 60s and the 70s, and life was it's kind of scary now. The world is. It is scary now. The world. It's just, you probably shouldn't turn on the news. You turn on the news, all the shootings, killings. Seen somebody killed their mother, and somebody shot somebody, and it's not often the big cities. It's all around us, the little towns, all this stuff happening on it. So, the world has become kind of scary. Commercials on TV are soft porn these days. They are, really. You look at the stuff that's put on television now. Some of these commercials are just darn right. They may as well be naked. They're close to it. So, yeah, it's crazy time. We don't watch as much just commercial TV anymore. We just don't. There's nothing on it. We'll watch the old shows, and we watch a lot of YouTube stuff, and we'll stream a few things, but just to watch commercial TV, we don't watch a ton of it. We watch some, but not a ton of it. John says my pal used to have a CB in his greasy old Camaro, and we would drive around the city chatting with others and playing hide and seek and games. And we did that. Our little town, they used to, on Friday night especially, you would run town. And back and forth, and one end of the town, another. You just wasn't going nowhere. You just up and down town. Cruising. They call it cruising. And we'd have CBs, and we'd be talking to each other. Where you at now? I'm down at this end. Where you at now? You're down at this end. And we'd do that. Ron said the same with the TV shows, and it's true. And I don't watch anything but the old reruns and YouTube. Yeah, that's the way we are. We watch Andy Griffith, Gomer Pyle. We watched a lot of the Home Improvements have been on our channel. We'll watch Home Improvement. Tim Taylor, the Tool Man.
Everybody loves Raymond.
I enjoy those shows. I don't like mysteries, murders, shooting shows. I just don't like those. I won't watch them. And there's a lot of them, violence and stuff. I just don't watch them. There's Denny. I was talking about Denny this morning. I haven't seen Denny on for a couple of days, and there he is. He's up in Ohio. So how's things going with Denny? Seem to go in there. So Ron says, yeah, I used to cruise all the time. Yeah, Ron had a '67 Mustang fastback. That was pretty cool. That car would fly. He's cruising that. He's cruising I had a '63 Comet. Man, I had a hot car. He used to make fun of me.
That's how Denny met his ex, cruising.
Cruising? That's how he met his ex, cruising, yeah.
I think.
Well,
I know he met her at the bank, but he might have been on his motorcycle.
Yeah.
Is that how you met Sue, Denny?
CB is still in the Camaro. So Denny still has CB. It's still in the Camaro, I got one out here in the shed. I don't know if it works anymore. And like I said, I got my bass up here in the attic. I've turned them on a rare occasion, and there's really hardly anybody on them.
That'd be a kick.
What's that?
CB.
But
turn
what?
It on.
Oh, turn it on the CB.
Turn it on.
There's nobody on it. I've tried that just to see what's on the CB, and like a few on channel 19, the trucker channel, and there's a few people on the truckers, but I don't even know that truckers use it much. I don't know how truckers communicate. Probably on chat now. I don't know. I know we have. I don't know if I can get them out here with that. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to dig them out. I got a couple walkie-talkies, and we've used that. If we go somewhere, if me and Sue's not gonna be right close, we can chat back and forth. Ron says yes, it could do 90 miles an hour from the square to Redhead. Yep, it could. I remember that. Went through the square of Worcester at 90 miles an hour.
Where was the Redhead? Was that the gas
Redhead
station?
gas station down at down where Cervex used to be, and down at that end of town. It was on the corner. Yeah, there used to be the Red Ron worked at the Redhead gas station there. But yeah, we used to go flying. It's a wonder that we didn't end up in jail. Tim said that's all there was to do was cruise. Yeah, we had two house speakers in the back seat and rear end of the car, and then didn't even know because the music was so loud. Yeah. Oh, he sees my beer bottle collection. So yeah, I collected. I home brewed for several years. Was really into that for a long time, and I only drink. You won't find a Budweiser, and I've got. I don't know if you can see it better or not. I got more on the other side. I can get the camera to go over that way or not. They're kind of covered up. But anyways, I would try all these different craft beers. That's all I drink would be craft beer. And I would save the bottles as like a diary of all the different craft beers I've had. And there's like 250 bottles back there, each one different, of different craft beers and that. And me and a couple of guys, we started a club here locally. It was called Volusia County Home Brewers Guild, and I really was in the beer for a while. I judged. We had a couple beer competitions, and I used to do judging for beer competitions, and so wall bottles, you know, and so, but you know, beer started to give me bad headaches, and I rarely drink one anymore. So it's like, and I love it. I love good beer, but I couldn't stand the headaches on it. You catch back up here, and I never knew. Oh, I never noticed those bottles, Tammy said before. Yeah, they. I keep thinking about throwing them out, you know, but people will come to my house and just stand there and look through all those bottles. And
just don't look at the dust on them.
Oh, they're dust. I don't dust them. They're terrible, you know. Oh, Tammy, that was a greasy old sled. Yeah. Anyways, home brewing. It was fun. My dad had home brewed. My grandpa had home brewed, and I used to have quite a system. I had a 4-tap kegerator, so I always had 4 beers of my home brewing on tap, and you know, just all kinds of styles. I always liked the big beers. I like porters, stouts, barley wines, brown ales. You know, was my favorite. In the craft beer, everybody loves IPAs. That's the bitter beers. You know, they like a lot of the bitter beers on it. So. Tammy says don't get rid of them. I probably won't, because you know I was took me quite a while to collect that many beers in that. So I really enjoyed the beer hobby. It just every time I drink one, I just get massive headaches anymore, and so I don't drink it. You know, I was always a whiskey drinker. I like whiskey too. I like Scotch whiskey. I like Canadian whiskey. I got a bottle of Canadian whiskey right now up there. Canadian whiskey is really good. You know. Yeah, 4-tap kegger, serious brewing. Yeah, it's like I used to keep, I would age beer. I had like 8 kegs. And what I'd keep 4 on tap, and I'd have 4 there waiting to go on tap. And whenever, my goal was always to brew enough to keep a total of 8 kegs all the time. A keg was 5 gallons. And Ron says I have a beer every day. Beer's won't hurt you. It's good for you. It's made out of grain. It's your vegetables. But yeah, I used to try to keep it. I made a peep ale, a marshmallow peeps at Easter time. I'd make a cream ale with marshmallow peeps in it. I made a Twinkie beer. I used Twinkies in it. It wasn't too bad. I made all kinds of beers on it. Honestly, I used to make beer and wine, but holy smokes, I just would drink way too much and gave it up. Well, you know, you tend that. Tammy's a chocolate beer. Yeah, I used to make a lot of chocolate beers. They were really good, chocolate beer. The chocolate peanut butter is a really good beer, like a and I never had any success with making them, but I've ate a lot. John says I drink de-alcoholized beer, and they make some good brews now. I haven't checked into the ones with the non-alcohol ones now. I've drank some of the non-alcohol. I am so fussy about beer. I guess it's because I judged beer, and I'll pick it apart, you know. And the thing, Twinkie beer, it was pretty good. I would put it in the mash. I'd put Twinkies in the mash and mash it down. I used some grains to get the kind of get a toasty thing. Oh yeah, we're on the sneeze thing. Sue's got 3 sneezes now, or 2 sneezes. Yeah. The average is 10, so we'll see how that goes. Sue says, yes, it's good. If you ever go to a store that carries craft beer, try Smith's Organic Chocolate Stout. That's really good, you know. Once I drink O'Doul's. You know, I'll have to try to get some of that one, see if it gives me a headache. I doubt if it would.
Oh, is that the non-alcoholic?
Yeah, the non-alcohol. I have to try it.
Yeah,
Try it just out of curiosity if I like it.
Said. If you had a good tasting beer with no alcohol in it.
Yeah.
It's a question.
Oh, Tammy blessed you. So, hey, you only did 2. What's wrong with you? You only did 2 sneezes.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying I'm done.
Yeah. You're on hiatus. So, anyways, I have beer with something I was into, and I love it, but I just don't drink much of it because of headaches. It's when I first started brewing, I asked the brew store where I got my grains and stuff if you could make non-alcoholic beer, and no, he said you lose flavor, you know. It's a nice full body red beer. I like a red ale, you know, they're good. So I don't drink much these days, but if I do, I'm a 2-drink drunk. That's about what I am. It don't take much for me to get drunk, you know. But I don't like to get drunk. I enjoy the beer, but I don't like to get drunk. Never did. I just never, you know, a cheap date.
Well, that's me.
Oh yeah, Sue can be a cheap date too.
Actually, not a cheap. I'm a cheap drunk.
A cheap drunk. Ron says I found it to be the best, but I still like the others at times. Yeah, I was like, I have to try some non-alcoholic beers, you know. And so, yeah, a root beer. They make a beer tastes like root beer. That's pretty good.
What do we have? One sticky toffee pudding.
Sticky toffee pudding.
That was good. That's
sweet beer. That's a good beer. There's just unlimited amounts. My problem is I used to really like getting drunk. Yeah, you know, I mean that's. Well, I'm gonna hurt nobody. I ain't gonna hurt nothing. Yeah, if it don't affect your life where it gets in the way, but I don't know. None gets that. I actually got to brew Daytona Brewing. It was an actual brewery. I went and brewed with them, Alan, down here in Daytona. I had a Scotch ale that I did, and I took my recipe down and I got to brew with them, and they had my Scotch ale on tap for about 6 months. They had it on tap down there, and I made a copy. Sam Adams used to make a Scotch ale, and I developed a recipe to look similar to it, and it really came out spot on. And so I went down and brewed it on his. We made 100 gallons of it when I brewed with Alan down there. Yeah, it didn't last very long. They put it on tap.
Scotch ale is good.
But it's kind of neat to go into a bar and know your beer is on tap at a bar.
And you helped brew it too.
Yeah, I helped. Well, you was there too.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went down that day and with Alan we brewed that up. So he says, if I drink, I like to take a couple of totes, and it just goes together for me. I like some totes. Me and my buddy out the field was talking yesterday about pot, mainly for aches and pains, you know.
Far out, man.
John said, I would laugh and dance and tell jokes and have a great time. Just way too frequent, and sometimes I didn't even have alcohol off switch, so I pulled the plug on it before it became a problem. Yeah, and usually I think most people know if you're going to have a problem with drinking, you know. It's not a problem with anybody drinking. And
hey Tammy, bring some with you if you come down in November. Yeah, John. By the way, Ron's coming down in November. Tammy may try. We don't know. So John, if you're around, come down in November.
Yeah, but first part of November, maybe we're going to try to get a get together. Denny should be here by then. Denny could come over. You know,
we'll have a coffee chat.
We'll have a live coffee chat right here. We'll, make our own gathering. So it'd be a fun thing. Hey, November's a nice time of year. I mean, it's still warm, but it's not so hot. You know. Yeah, like Denny says, I can't drink beer anymore. And that's the same here, Denny. I can't. I can, but it doesn't fit me well. Once in a while, I'll go out and go, you know, so I want a beer, and I'll just drink it. I know I'm going to get a headache because I love good beer, and I'll find it, and I'll get a good one, you know. Yeah, keep in mind, John, if you're out in your road trek traveling down south where it's nice and warm, November is a good time of year. Florida, it's still fairly warm, but it's cooling down. It's pretty nice in November, and December's good.
In our driveway.
Yeah, we got space, so.
Take Tylenol first.
Yeah, you know, I do take that a lot. That sits right here by my. This is arthritis pain reliever. I take way too much of that stuff trying to keep my joints from hurting.
What do we take now? I take CBD oil.
Yeah.
Has anybody heard of CBD
oil? We've talked about that before, the CBD oil, you know, which is cannabis extract. And so anyways, that's a little bit about drinking. That's fun, you know. We got to go over to Lowe's and get some salt for our softener today. All our water is getting rusty. It lets you know when you're out of salt in your water softener. So we get off here. That's where we're heading over to Lowe's. Pick up some water softener, salt, and that. Yeah, Johnson CBD oil is popular for aches and pains, and it's. I've been taking it. There's the one brand. This is getting my camera right. It's a tincture on it.
Yeah. Yours
and Sue uses another brand, but I haven't been taking it for several days. That's the get my camera right. Sue's using this one here. It's used a 300 milligram. And here. And
for CBD oil, Tammy, you're an advocate for that?
It helps, you know. I mean, different points. I kind of quit taking it here the last couple days just see if I'm noticing any difference since I don't take it. It's been 2 days, and
I take it twice a day.
I haven't noticed any difference in 2 days.
About a fourth of a dropper full.
Sue takes it for her knee. She says it works great for her knee, you know.
I mean, I get as much relief from the CBD oil as I do from my cortisone shot.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, you know.
And it's amazing.
Stuff's kind of expensive. The THC oil. I think that's the thing. This has hardly any THC in it.
She must get the THC oil.
Yeah, I would like to get some with the. This has no. What they say, 2% THC.
3%.
And you could drink a whole bottle and it wouldn't get you high or nothing, you know. I'd like to get some of the stuff that had THC in it for.
You gotta have a prescription.
Yeah, and that's not easy to get. A friend of mine here in Florida, it's legal for medical, but you have to send in to the state and get a permit, and they charge you like a $75 fee.
Medical marijuana.
Friends sent it in, and they sent it back to him. It's like it's not easy to get it, so. But yeah, we can get CBD oil about anywhere around here. So, yeah, it's got. I have a friend that's a nurse, and he swears by CBD oil, especially like you said, seizures. He says it literally will just stop seizures and that.
He can't take it because he wouldn't be able to pass it.
Well, right. He said it'll show up. The little bit of THC that's in it will show up on a drug test, and being a nurse, he'd lose his job, you know. And so that's something to keep in mind, that you know you might not pass a drug test by taking CBD oil.
We're retired. We don't have to.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about it now. I don't have a job, and I don't do nothing I need to be drug tested. Yeah. So bring on the pot.
Neither of these have the THC in them, so.
Yeah. So it don't matter either way. So cool. Been a good conversation this morning, talking about different things and that. Yeah, it needs to be legalized. I mean, just my theory, I tell you, when I was younger, I was totally against pot. I don't know why, because I was young, I guess, but I don't know. Never took it till I got older, tried it, and then after I've analyzed it, you know, it's a freaking plant, you know, and they've got the gels full of, they call them crooks, but they're not crooks for taking marijuana, and they don't need to have them. Yeah, prohibition is stupid. It is. Prohibition is stupid. It's your choice. I know I can see regulating things that you shouldn't be out driving a car or doing things that you're going to cause anyone else any harm or injury.
And dealers. That's another thing.
Dealers. Well, that would go away as far as marijuana goes. It won't. There's other drugs. Tammy says I've never heard of anyone getting stoned and going on a rampage. No, it doesn't. You know. Ron says he's going to get on here, and we'll see you on Tuesday. So have a good trip, Ron. Be safe out there. So we'll see you on Tuesday. All right. Yeah. See, I don't think anybody. Marijuana is not addictive. You know. I don't think anybody. You start munching and stuff, but I don't think you get crazy or nothing on it. So, yeah, I believe it should be legalized everywhere. It's just a non-issue, but it's about money. The government makes money on arresting people. You know, that's a big industry, and they'll figure out how to get money out of it when they legalize it, because they will, like they have alcohol or anything else. John says, Canadian police are scrambling to learn how to manage THC intoxication for drivers, etc. They will figure it out. Yeah, they will. They'll figure it out what to do with, you know, I mean, it's no different than driving drunk, you know, and yeah, sure, well, they'll stop them if you test, and you're going to be charged just like you would if you was drink 10 beers and go out and drive. You know, that's what they have to figure out, how they're going to handle, how they're going to enforce, you know, like driving. Some things you just got to use your mind. It's something I've always very conscious of, even drinking beer, is don't get in the car, you know. And yeah, like Tammy said, you got to...
Designated drivers like drinking.
Well, right. And get a taxi, get an Uber, whatever, if you're going to be using it. So you got to have rules. That's the whole thing about it, you know. If you could legislate smarts, you know, and people would learn not to be an idiot, you know. So, but that's the problem. Idiots ruin it for everybody else. Be responsible, you know, and that's just what it's going to take, you know, to deal with it in society, you know. Rules, got to have rules, just like our children needs rules so they grow up to be responsible citizens, and if you do wrong, you get spanked. The government can spank us if we do something wrong. So, anyways, I think we're going to get out of here. We went pretty long today. It's up, what, 37 minutes? You know, so we did. That's good. Howie Roll comment there, my man, you went over 30 minutes the other day. It's like, he'll probably watch this one too. And so, it was like, man, we're at 37 minutes. You know, so that's pretty cool. Hey, you know, that's cool. Once I get on a subject, we got plenty to talk about. That's, you know, right. We can go on for a long time.
This subject will take it. You know,
yeah, yeah. Get the subject going on it. Yeah, this was a good one. Spanking. This is it was a good chat this morning. Enjoyed everybody. Good to see Ron was on here, Denny's on here, and John's on here, Tammy's on here.
Usual suspects.
Yeah. Yeah, John says, have a great day. We'll see you another time. Yeah, cheers, John. Let's go out and have a beer. It sounds like a good idea.
John doesn't drink anymore.
Oh.
Non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic here. You can do one of those. I'll have to get some of those, you know. Everyone smoke a tote. Yeah. I would if I had it. Yeah, so, anyways, everybody have a good Sunday. We'll see you on here. Tomorrow's Monday. See you Monday. Ron won't be on the morning, but... I'm sure the rest of us will be, so enjoy your Sunday. Enjoyed everybody being here. If you're watching this later on, if you got any comments or anything, leave them in the comment bar. Give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified every chat that we do. So we'll talk to everybody later on. Have a good Sunday.